Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on the look that Candice Swanepoel wore to the Met Gala this year. She looked absolutely striking. She had previously took the year off because she had a baby boy and she came back, and I just am the biggest fan of her. I think she is so striking and elegant and glamorous, and I think she embodied that this year at the Met Gala. And for hair and makeup, she kept it quite simple, but obviously the eyeliner was very exaggerated. So I thought I would recreate this look for you guys and hopefully you enjoy it. So if you guys want to know how I did this hair and makeup, then just keep on watching. Okay, so starting off with makeup, I do have a little bit of tinted moisturizer on, a little bit of mascara, and some brow gel in my brows. And this is what I wore today, super easy, so I'm just gonna kind of add on to it because I'm too lazy to take off all my makeup, do a little bit of skin prep, and then start from scratch. So we are just gonna work with this base. So for foundation, I'm gonna add a little bit more coverage because I only have some concealer and tinted moisturizer on. So I'm going to use this Estee Lauder Double Wear Light in 3, and this is gonna smooth out my skin and just make it look a little bit more perfected because she has a really flawless base. It's nice and golden and glowy and everything, but she definitely has a nice full coverage base. This foundation has easily become one of my favorite foundations. It just goes on so beautifully, and you guys know I love the original, like the normal Double Wear from Estee Lauder, but it's just a little bit too heavy for me now, so this one just gives the perfect amount of coverage. It's definitely buildable, so you can make it full coverage if you want, but if you want something a little bit lighter for an everyday wear, this is perfect for that. And it only has SPF 10, and I find that there's not a lot of flashback, especially if you use a powder with no SPF in it. For concealer, I'm using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard. This is an all-time favorite for me. It is so nice. It's very skin-like, so I'm just putting it under my eyes to brighten them a little bit, on my nose, and on any blemishes or scarring I have. Also, I just got my nails done today. They're like a mermaid kind of pretty foiled effect. Don't know how I'm loving them yet. It's not really my style, but I think it's something fun to try. I had a couple of images of nails that I liked, but I kind of went for this one for now, but I'll change it up after. I think it's good for summer. After everything is blended, I am taking my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in number 2, and I'm just gonna use this on a big fluffy brush and just set everything in place. She did have a nice satin finish. I wouldn't say it was fully matte on her face, but I, as you guys know, get really oily, so once this kind of sits for a while, it will turn into a satin finish, so I like to make it a little matte to start off with. So for bronzer, I am using this Becca bronzer. I think it is perfect for the look. She has such great bone structure in her face, like amazing cheekbones and jawbone, so I'm just gonna try and emulate that with this bronzer and really chisel out these cheekbones to try and look the same, which I know is not gonna happen, but we can only try. Moving on to blush, she didn't really have like a rosy peach or pink blush. It was quite tan and nude. So I'm going into my blush book from Ofra because there's definitely going to be a color in here that would work. So I think I'm gonna take these two shades here, the top right shade and the bottom right shade, and just kind of make a bronzy, nudie colored blush because there wasn't really a lot of color on her cheeks. Okay, that looks so prominent. Oh my goodness, I need to puff that out. Woo, baby. Now she definitely had a nice sheen on her cheeks right onto the apples of her cheeks, so I'm using this Gellar Gilded Honey highlight. This is such a beautiful light golden shade, and I'm just taking it on this Lauder L8 brush and just lightly touching the tops of my cheek with it right onto the apples of my cheek. She also had some on the tops of her shoulders, so I'm just gonna put a little bit there. Also burnt my chest as well, and it's like, I think I got a little bit of a heat rush, to be honest. So bad. So Candice has a little bit more of a structured, elongated brow just because the cat eye that we're gonna do is very extravagant and goes quite far out. So we want it to be a little bit more parallel. So I'm using, this is actually the brow pencil that Patty bought me. It's the L'Oreal Paris Brow Expert in, it's like a really dark shade. Oh, can't find it. It's like ash brown or something. So I'm just gonna go under my brows to make them look a little bit cleaner and then elongate them as well. Okay, moving on to eyes, I'm taking my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer again, and I'm gonna use this as an eyeshadow base just to kind of mute out any discoloration before we put on our liner and a little bit of shadow. So for eyeshadow, she definitely had a nice pearl iridescent shade under her eyebrow, and then she had a nice ashy, cool light brown in the inner corner of her eye, just to kind of give definition for the cat eye that we're gonna do. So I'm taking this Zoeva, the Basic Moment eyeshadow palette. This is really pretty, it has a lot of pretty neutral shades in it. And for our brow bone highlight, I'm gonna take this shade Liquid Clock, just on a nice dense buffing brush. And this is just gonna really highlight underneath our brow. Now for that inner eye kind of shadow, I am taking this shade Never Ending, which is a really nice taupe ash light brown, kind of like a gray brown shade, and just taking a little bit. And I'm just gonna be swirling this in the inner corner of my eye and upwards. Taking this smallest amount of Ever, which is basically just a darker tone of that previous shade, I'm just gonna put that in the same spot, just darkening up a little bit. Okay, now for the main part of this makeup, Candice definitely had a dramatic, very, very thick black winged liner. You guys know I love my winged liner. I never wear it like this, but this is just very exaggerated and avant-garde. So I am taking this Ofra Black Gel Liner, and we're gonna see how it works. And I'm just using it on this Sigma Winged Liner E06 brush. Oh, this is kind of stressful. Although I feel like this eyeliner look is great if you keep messing up because you want it to get bigger anyways. It literally takes over the whole lid of her eye and then just wings out quite thick right to the eyebrow. So here we go. I feel like it's even more dramatic than this and I'm scared to make it more dramatic. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like this for now until we do the other eye, just because this one might go out of control. So we're gonna try and match it and then we'll add a little bit more thickness definitely on the lid. So when it comes to waterlines, it looked like the artist put the black liner on the top waterline and then I'm guessing it might have transferred underneath because there's not too much underneath her eyes. There's definitely a little bit of black, but not a lot. So I'm gonna do that and see if it transfers. If not, then we'll just add some. This is definitely making my eyes very watery. I'm gonna take whatever is left on my brush and just lightly put that closer to my lashes than my waterline, just to add some definition. Okay, for mascara, I am using this mascara that Patty also bought me, and it's the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express Smoky Eyes. I'm gonna put a little bit of this on my lower lash line. I also think I may contour my nose because her nose is a lot more slim than mine is. So I'm gonna use this Sculpted by Amy Connolly. She is an Irish makeup artist and she came out with this palette. It has a bronzer, a highlight, and then a cream highlight shade. So I'm gonna take this bronzing shade. It's really nice for contouring and I'm just using it on this Luxy 229 brush. And I'm just gonna chisel out mostly like the bottom section because she has a really tiny tip of a nose, so I'm just gonna give the illusion of that. My camera did just shut off, sorry about that, but I added some lashes just to kind of add to the smolder of this look and just add a little bit more fullness. I will link them down below because I cannot remember the name off the top of my head. But for a bit more brightness and to really show off my contour a little bit more, I'm taking this Nip and Fab contouring kit. And I'm just gonna take these two highlighting setting powders. One is a pink tone, one's a yellow tone, and I'm just gonna mix them together and just kind of put them in areas I want to keep nice and bright. Now moving on to my favorite part, for lips, I saw from a photo it looked like she was using a MAC liner. I'm not too sure which one. I'm looking at this picture and it looks like it could be 3 or 4 different MAC liners I can think of. So I'm going to take Spice and Oak. They're both more on the brownie nude shade. So I'm gonna start off with Oak, which is the lighter of the two. And then if I need a little bit more definition, I'm gonna go in with Spice. Taking a little bit of Spice and I'm just gonna put this at the outer corners. Okay, now for lipstick, she had a little bit more of a sheen in her lipstick and it definitely had more pink than the lip liner. So I'm taking this Rimmel Kate lipstick in the shade 45. And I just think this is the perfect shade for the look. It might be a good dupe because I doubt she used it, but if she did, then great. And to set all of this in place, I am taking my Pixi Makeup Fixing Mist. This stuff is amazing. It keeps your makeup on all night, so if you do recreate this for an extravagant party or gala or event, whatever it is, this will ensure to keep it on all night. Okay, now that the makeup is done, we're gonna move on to hair. And for this look, Candice had a really nice half updo. It was really sleek on top, and I think she had extensions in just to create a nice sleek look. It definitely was straightened, so I'm gonna use my Luxy hair extensions to create the length and thickness. And I'm using the shade Ash Blonde, not Dirty Blonde, just because I did get my hair highlighted and the ends of my hair do match this shade. So I'm just gonna clip them in. She had a really high, like tight half ponytail. So I'm gonna take a little bit of dry shampoo first because my hair is real greasy. Need to shower after this. I'm using this, you guys already know I love this. It's the Herbal Essence Dry Shampoo in the scent Cucumber and Green Tea. It smells amazing. Oh, I love it so much. Let it sit for a hot minute. Massage it in. Oh my goodness, I look so crazy in the viewfinder right now. Okay. All right, I'm gonna just create a little bit of a parting right at the center of my head because I'm gonna add an extension before we tie it up, just so that there's some volume coming from the ponytail as well. So I'm taking this Luxy hair extension and it's the 2-clip weft, and I'm just gonna clip it in right here. I think I'm gonna take 2 just to make sure there's lots of volume right here. Just gonna clip that one right on top of it. Okay, I'm just gonna take my brush and slick back my hair to create the ponytail. And the way it looked like it was parted was from the top of her ear upwards rather than backwards. So I'm just gonna go from the top of my ear right to about under the extensions. Make sure that's nice and smooth. And I did notice she didn't have a clear elastic, she had a colored one. I think it might have been black, but I only have a brown one right here. So I'm just going to secure that in place. And then to make sure all of these flyaways stay in place, I'm taking my Pantene Air Spray and just slicking them down. Now I'm gonna add in the rest of my extensions just in the back here. Okay, now that my extensions are in, they are a little bit curly from wearing my hair curly the other day, so I'm gonna try out this new product from Vanity Planet. It is this brush straightener, which is really cool. I've been seeing it all over social media. Some things about it that are cool is that it goes from 170 degrees to 370 degrees, so it definitely won't cause as much heat damage than a regular straightening iron. And because there's bristles, which are obviously heated, it's gonna get every single strand of hair whenever you brush it through, rather than just 2 prongs getting the top layer and bottom layer. So I'm excited to see how that works. Okay, so I'm just gonna brush my hair as I would. I feel like this is faster than a normal straightener because you can just brush your hair all at once rather than by section. I'm not gonna get the ends of my extensions just because from the picture that I'm looking at, she had a little bit of wave right at the bottom part of her hair, but the rest of it was straight. So I'm just gonna make sure to leave out the ends of my hair just for some movement. This product also keeps the volume in your hair, so that's one reason you guys probably never see me straighten my hair in my videos, because I find whenever I do straighten my hair, my head just looks so big because my hair is like flat to it, where this doesn't actually get rid of the volume in your hair, but it does still straighten it. If this is a product you think you might like, then make sure to check my description box below for a 50% off code. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I had so much fun recreating this look. Let me know in the comments down below who else you want me to recreate, because these types of videos are some of my favorites to do. I hope everyone has a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!